Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. After 4 weeks of daily login rewards, it's finally time for Molar
무슨
Outis.
일이지? 머리 hul리니까 조금 천천히 말해줬으면 좋겠어.
There she is. Very nice, which means I've gotten all the rewards now. Very cool. Oh, cool. I've got the random catchphrase she has. Blank, I need some blank. Water. Very awesome. Oh, I gotta do this. Well, I won't focus on that stuff too much right now. But, let's take a look at the new unit. I'm gonna actually, go over real quick. I'll redo her story and stuff. I'll make sure I'll have timestamp in the description. If you just want to get to the actual run, you can skip to that if you want. Let's get you to level 30, first and foremost. Like that. Do I have level boost tickets? No, I don't. Or I've got level boost tickets too. Could use those, but it doesn't really matter that much. And we got plenty of threads, so we can pretty easily up-tie you.
굳이 나까지 나서야 할 정도는 아닌 듯 싶지만 뭐 부탁을 한다고 하니까 알겠다.
Very nice. I do know that the story has been in the game's text for like 3 weeks now, if you actually go into the files, but I've not seen it, and it might actually be more Runa relevant stuff, so hopefully that's cool. I guess we shall see right now. I'll rip you to pieces. The thing emitted a series of sounds one wouldn't expect to hear from a machine. Soon sparks flew and something ripped apart from it with a loud tearing noise. Interesting. So she's cutting up like a mechanical person? So this was the last one, huh? The child tossed the now defunct prosthetic to the side of the alleyway and collapsed on wherever she could find a seat. Ooh, I'm tired. I probably should not have tried to complete all of these contracts at once. Though if I'm going to take care of this job she gave me, I suppose it would be best that I don't leave any unfinished contracts behind. The child sighed and scribbled something on a small notepad, and made her way back to the office. The note said, "Open contract, 4 out of 4." And above it were several other entries labeled private contracts. The child's relatively small fixer office was flooded with a decent amount of daily contracts, to the point where it rivaled the workload of some association's lower-ranking sections. Ugh, what am I even doing? This busyness isn't at all what I wanted when I started my own fixer office. While offices and associations are both fixer organizations, the minutiae of their workings were somewhat different. It's not entirely correct to say that associations are naturally superior to offices, though they employ many more fixers and operate on a larger scale. This is why many offices maintain an associate relationship with the associations. Many assume that office's primary source of income is from private contracts, but even that isn't easy to snag when the office hasn't made a name for itself yet. So, fledgling offices often take what are known as open contracts. Associations often take and post open contracts so fixer offices can pick them up, but since they are also taken on a first-come, first-served basis, many offices often go days without grabbing a single one of them. Associate offices or offices with an association inside or may be subcontracted by them, but neither has been true for this child. When the child opened her own office, she dreamed of slow, easy days of low-effort contracts and nights full of delicious liquor. Did she manage to pick up an open contract? Time to get to work. Did she not? Time to get plastered. That was the plan, anyway. After a while of doing exactly that, her office's reputation inadvertently grew, and private contracts enough to form a queue began drizzling in. It had grown to be a rather reputable office. But this contract was something on a completely different level of significance, yep. The one from Meow. I don't know if I should thank my friend for this fortune or blame her for getting me into this mess. A contract from a wing. Even I can't help but feel a bit anxious about it. This contract had somehow found its way into her office all the way from Lob Corp, one of the city's wings. Of course, it was only sheer luck that the child's friend was the first to bring up this contract, to which the child eagerly and immediately jumped at. But luck favors those who are prepared to seize it, after all. It may simply be a testament to how much her office had grown. Huh. I was worried before I even meet the challenge. This isn't like me at all. In fact, I should get myself a drink before the train ride. Just one shot as a pick-me-up. And we know that she's, knockout, not quite knockout drunk, but very drunk by the time she gets on the train, so, don't exactly trust that little drink. Hey, Izang, I'm heading out. With that, she jumped to her feet. She was going to get herself some good vibes. Tipsiness, perhaps? Before embarking on such an important contract. Yep. And that would lead her, to death, quote-unquote, and then she'd get better. Right, pretty funny. That's for sure. 40 lunacy, still don't know why you get lunacy from that, because it's such a minor amount. I'm almost certainly going to want to... head on those. Yeah, I'll update you. I'm going to want to, I think, no matter what. So I might as well do it before reading what she does. It'll be worth it. Because, yeah, looking at this... Burst tremor, burst tremor, burst tremor. It doesn't even need to spend the tremor. Spend the tremor getting point count. It's still a 4+3 with 4 points with 3 burst tremors, even if you don't spend any tremor count. This isn't going to be an insane tremor unit, that's for sure. Let's see. Skills discard to gain 4 tremor count. Gain +2 tremor count. 6+ tremor count, gain final power +2. Yeah, and then this one, if you skills discard to gain offense level up. And there's 1 discard. But if the skill 3 discards everything. Which means, you'll get a lot of tremor, you'll get a lot of offense level up, hopefully. It's offense level up for the turn you get it, but before you play the skill 3 effectively, so that makes sense. Lower your stagger threshold is interesting. Can you finish your passive? Oh yeah, burst tremor inflict 30% of raised stagger threshold to sloth damage. That is very good given, just how much she bursts tremor. And it's pretty easy to trigger, only costing 5 sloth. Yeah. It's going to be a very fun unit. And of course, discard a skill with her defense if you ever feel the need to do that. Not like particularly great, but yeah. This is a very silly unit. Anyways, I think we should just start the run now, see how it goes. And I could do tremor right now. Ooh. Fitness skill inflicting tremor, inflict tremor on all enemies. There's more tremor overall, so we'll take it. I think. Not gonna do a tremor run today, though. I mean, a kind of tremor run. But I think the best way to go about this is to just go with all the Molar identities. Because we got 4 of them in total now. We got Molar Yisang. We've got Molar Outis now. And of course, we've got the Boatworks Molars as well. Molar Ishmael and Molar Sinclair. 3 of these 4 are tremor units. This is the only one that isn't tremor based. It's sinking instead, but like, you have like self tremor stuff. I guess you inflict some tremor with your skill too, so this could be a decent tremor run. That's not the main focus though. Probably do a tremor run tomorrow. I want to just run all the Molar people first thing. And of course, as I always do whenever there's a new identity or something like that, question of the day is of course going to be relevant to that, being, what are your thoughts on the new unit? What are your thoughts on Molar Outis? This is one that we've, known the specifics about for a couple weeks now. It's been, I mean, we've known we're going to be getting her for like a month and a half. When did they first showed off an image of this, like, mid-August, mid-late August, somewhere in that range. So it's been a while, and then of course the 4 weeks of actually daily logins. Anyone who, hasn't gotten this unit yet, or isn't going to be able to, if you've missed, like, I think roughly a week of logins, you won't be able to. So the event still is going to go on for another week. But even so, then you're fine, because you can just purchase this with shards once the event ends in a week. Although, I think, by the way it was phrased, it sounds like you won't be able to get it from actual gacha pulls. And you're exclusively going to be able to get it from... I think you can only exclusively get it from the dispenser. So make sure before the season ends, you buy this unit with your shards if you can't get her through the event. I know, like, well, there's definitely plenty of people that do log in every day, such as myself, but I know there's also plenty that do not. Ooh. Hey, a contract. Convenient. Given the story we just saw about contracts, Otis was taking slash damage. Oh, like blunt, right? Slash, blunt, yeah. You got a slash attack there with weight up. Shame there isn't, like, any proper multi-damage type attacks yet, because I do know Daring Decision was, I think, 1 coin of each, or 1 dice of each damage type in Ruina. Closest thing we have is, like, 7 Otis, and how her blunt skill 3 also inflicts slash damage, which is super cool, but it's not, like... What is this gonna do? This is gonna do really good. This doesn't inflict any tremor. Does the first one inflict tremor? Yeah, the first one inflicts 4 tremor. And you do... A tremor can inflict tremor, okay, yeah. We need Nixie Divergence, I think. That's gonna be the main thing for getting good usage out of that. Because the enemy that is going to be attacked is not gonna have any tremor, that's for sure. After bursting so much and reducing tremor so much. And of course, just a risky judgment, just for, you know, something. Nothing great, but you know, it's good damage with that one. And you get hit a little bit, that's fine. I mean, she's pretty frail, right? Isn't she like 140 HP or something at level 35? It's increased because of the Starlight rewards, but I'm pretty sure it's like fairly low. 175, it's not bad. It might have been like 150 or something. I think 140-ish is her HP. So, you know, a little bit frail, that's for sure. Flick 3 tremor count is pretty good. Okay. First tremor that guy, of course. And just go for a bunch of attacks. That'll be good. And now we've got a slash boss. AKA anything, basically. And it's you guys. Ting Ting. Alright. We've got some slash boss stuff. It's mostly like, I know you're skill 1. Do you have any slash? No, you've got Pierce to your skill 1, and you've got Pierce. Yeah, our only slash attack is actually your skill 1, funnily enough. Weight up, yeah. Weight up was a slash attack in Ruina, that's for sure. Because that's like the first, like, good 0 cost that actually restores light on use. You get it around the same time as the Grey Dogs one that was also restore 1 light, but it was on hit. So that one's just a lot more consistent. Especially because you don't get like another good one until like... I don't know if you get another 0 cost restore light that's like decent. Attack. Until Urban Nightmare. Is there anything that I'm forgetting about? I don't really think so. So yeah, I think weight up's like super important for a while there. It's your go-to 0 cost until you get like Gig or maybe just Gig. Oh yeah, Gig and the sweeper one that I forget the name of right now. That's 0 cost as well. The one that restores like a small bit of HP. Like grinding the molars. 9 HP on that guy. On your Daring Decision, this guy, he had that damage. That's good. Okay, that guy's at 11 HP, so we can finish him off super easily. I'm not really managing, you know, our discard stuff super well this first floor, but it's floor 1. We need some more stuff for Tremor, aka more ego gifts for Tremor. I do think it is not a stretch in the slightest to say that this is probably the best tremor unit in the game. Like, the only other, like, good tremor unit is LCCB Ishmael. All the other tremor units are, like, middling at best. Yeah, do that. That'll work.
출력이 왜 이러지?
If it sounds like I'm being mean to Tremor, it's because Tremor deserves it. Roast Banner is good too, that's true.
최선을 다해보지.
But like, Roast Banner's also kind of awful at maintaining Tremor count. I'm gonna go for Daring Decision here from you. Might as well. They're weak to it. Oh, that guy dies to the... Oh no, he didn't die. That was... gamble. Daring Decision. Yeah, you get to burst Tremor once, which means you get to trigger the passive and do a little bit extra damage. 1 HP, ooh. And he healed up thanks to their passive. He'll I mean, dies very simply. I'm not too worried. Oh, Slice is a blunt attack. Always funny to see. I feel like I've pointed that out before already, though. Hard to say, though. Nice. Nice. And now we can just do this, and they should all die. Yep. The robot's staggered, and that's the only one that's got, like, actually, like, decent HP. I mean, I say that. We're talking about K-Core people. K-Core people definitely do have good HP, but, not if they're, like, staggered and stuff. And this guy is now staggered, and gets sliced in twain.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
Now we gotta rest stop. We can do some honk shoeing. Someone needs healing here, apparently. Otis took a single point of damage, it looks like. Oh, I mean, it was a one-sided attack, that's for sure. Since we only have 4 sinners, we're not always able to redirect everything. Like, this person can get a one-sided attack here, and it's doing it on D-Song. It'll be fine. We can go for another immediate daring decision. I do like the idea. It'll only burst Tremor once, and it won't be like anything too insane, but it's funny. Yeah, if we go for that, that'll work. There's a slash, so we just need to not. And you cannot underestimate how cool Daring Decision looks. Actually using like the little wrench weapon as a boomerang. Runa Olga certainly never did that. Although we never know. For that cutscene especially, it made it seem like Olga's a lot more competent than I feel like most people gave her credit for. Which I think was part of her thing in the game, in Runa itself, though. They're like, oh yeah, I may just be an old drunkard, but I'm a lot smarter than you seem to be thinking. Yeah, definitely so. She's on grade 5, I'm pretty sure. Which is decent. Probably like a... I consider like a high-ranked, low-rank office, though. If I had to guess. And I mean, it was still on the rise before, you know, library happened. If they succeeded the library, that probably would have been really good for them. Although, like, really, even if they took books, like, presumably, like, the library wouldn't... Well, I know the fact that, you know, they physically can't win. That's part of the whole thing about the library. It is rigged, even if they don't realize it. Even if someone does manage to win in the library, it just resets them and starts the fight all over again, which is, you know, the lore reason as to why no one ever actually wins. But even if someone did actually win, like, they'd just get books, the library would still be there. It's impossible to actually, like, take it down that easily. And there weren't really any good books by the time Olga got in there. Oh, we can give you another skill 3, don't mind if I do. Whoever coin could have been nice. We've got some pretty good single coin skills with Tremor stuff. Neither of these are worth it though, so we'll save the rest of our cost. Like, what did...
잠깐만, 천천히.
I mean, it's hard to tell based on, like, the fact that, you know, Molar... the Runa timeline's really messed up because of all the different pathways. Because depending on how you, like, interpret it, we've got no idea where in the timeline Molar Outis' reception takes place. Because think about it like this. If they got on the warp train, and they left the warp train during that 10-second time, well then, the reception happened, like, roughly at the same time as Lovetown, which is, 2 nodes ahead of it. So who knows, maybe by the time, like, Molar Outis went in there was like, oh yeah, we could have retrieved books of Salvador or something. Although I guess they only could retrieve the actual books on the invitation itself, which would have just been, like, Vi stuff.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
I'm like, I don't know, I don't think the books of Walter or anything would be particularly beneficial to them. Like, don't get me wrong, it could be like, oh, yeah, I'm quickly looking to see how to inflict the most tremor count. Yeah, that'll work. You'll get hit, that's fine. What point in the... I was on a parade there, that's for sure. Don't even know if that's the word I'm trying to say. Wait, can you not stagger the body? You can't. I should not have tried inflicting tremor stuff onto that then. Oh well, that's fine. Just means we, don't destroy the head. It's still weak to the sloth and the blunt and stuff, so we're just still doing plenty. The body's almost broken, head's almost broken. We'll just focus on clashing first and foremost. You can clash against those two, alright. You can clash against, like, this, that. There we go, that'll work. I don't know, Molar Outis were doomed the entire time. That's kind of the entire, like, joke. I need to stop saying joke when I more so mean, like, thematic point. That's a major thematic point in Rune, is the fact, like, oh, it's really not merciful at all. They're kind of doomed from the beginning. There is no timeline in which they win there, because of how the library is set up. That's just kind of the tragedy of it all, I suppose. So sad. Charge, rupture. Ugh. Talisman's gonna be the best one, but it's not great. What do we get here? Top path, that's for sure. Gotta go to shops. Gotta maximize the amount of daring decisions we have. Even if we, like, get too many daring decisions that Outis has no reasonable way to build up tremor count, it's still insane damage. Tremor count's like a little bit of an additional thing that we're not really gonna get off in most fights. But just looking at Olga Outis in action, it looks like a sprite edit, It looks like the kind of sprite edit someone would make of Ruin on Molar Outis sprites, just because of the fact, well, it is just that sprite. And a pretty recognizable one, too, like, because you could say the same about Rain, but, like, I don't think Rain's got the most recognizable attire compared to Olga's, which is, like, a staple of the early game of Ruina. You definitely had people with Olga's for quite a while. If you were playing decently, I guess. I mean, decently. No, if you were... It was the second gold page you got, and the first, like, really good gold page. Sorry, Mars, but you're really not good. Hopefully we do get them as an identity sooner or later, though. Give us Lulu and Mars. You know? If so, but they should both be 3-stars, though, I think. We'll probably eventually get, like, double 3-star banners or something. For, like, events and stuff. I don't know. Hard to say. But now we get our event. It's you. I think we just weathered the rain, right? I'm pretty sure it's standing next to this guy. This is the kind of guy you would see in, like, a British alley. In, like, London, I mean. Not just any British ally. Maybe. Faith. Oh, Faith is funny. We can get another daring decision, though, so, no contest, even if we could afford Faith.
잠수 준비 끝.
Not really the kind of run where you want Faith. You want Faith in runs where you're just spamming egos. Spamming positive egos, specifically. Otherwise, Faith isn't, like, that good.
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레마른
But, I mean,
쫓아가는
it's
사람
still
누구야?
really good, just for consistency's sake.
출력 안정.
Especially if you get Faith in, like, Mirror Dungeon too hard, like, you're kinda just set as long as you can get a decent amount of resources. So you can just spam egos.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
I wonder if we'll eventually see, like, the avenue that we get, like, stuff like Faith is from. Like, some of them, like, Thrill is super obviously, like, Porcubus Aberration.
우리 편.
So that's the only tier 4 that I think it's kind of obvious what it could be from.
됐다.
All the other tier 4s are very uncertain. Like, Downpour is like alcohol. That barely, like, narrows it down, because there's 3 different alcohol-based ego gifts in the game.
다소 유리하구려.
There's the Green Spirit, then there's the Wet Blood and Tears, and there's Downpour. Which is a very funny thing to be reoccurring,
힘들군.
승객이 딱콩 한
그러니
방
알아서
먹였어.
잘
but I guess
피해야지.
it's fair enough. I think, at least. Alright, we get a rest stop now, and then we fight. Blunt fight. Nothing there. Alright, fine by me. I'd really like to get more cost, so maybe I should have gone for, like, the Apno fight or something there. We should be fine in time for the next shop, though, unless it's, like, immediate, then we might be in a bad spot. But then we could always just, like, do something different. Like, we could always change a skill 2 to a skill 3. Definitely not a bad choice. Okay, you've got 2 skill 3s immediately, which means you're going to discard a skill 3, which actually is not good for you. But it's also, like, not bad for you.
한바탕 해볼까?
Like, it's not like there's a negative effect beyond just the fact that you don't necessarily get a daring decision next turn. Although you get a second speed slot, so you're going to have a daring decision next turn. And I think after DHE Rodion, I feel like discard's only gonna, like, work really well on units that are good in, like, small team compositions. Because you need to have a lot of speed slots to get a lot of benefit from discard, to have a lot of control over discard. Stuff like soloing is great for that.
한바탕 해볼까?
And of course, just, you know, just changing the actual skills of a discard deck is never good. Unless you have...
한 방. 시원한걸?
I mean, it is good, but it always ruins their entire gimmick. Definitely makes sense that they, you know, didn't have the ability to change skills in the game at launch, and instead were like, yeah, we'll add that later down the line in Mirror Dungeon 2. Because it is stupidly busted. In most situations.
근방의 싸움은
For
우수했어.
both good and bad reasons.
오자 터뜨려주지.
It's fun, that's for sure. But also can kind of ruin some things, some
힘들군.
mechanics.
그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
But it can also, like, greatly improve some mechanics. Like, being able to get rid of skill 1s on people like Ping Ping Hong Lu, whose skill 1 is, like, abysmal.
이
I guess it's not, like, abysmal, but, like, so lame compared to skill 2 or skill 3. That is skill 1. God.
금방
A funny
끝내고
skill
버스로
one.
돌아갈 수 있겠다.
And
그치?
this thing's
한바탕
staggered and
해볼까?
insane, so the boomerang is enough to take it down.
적확한 한압이었어.
그러니 알아서 잘
The little
피해야지.
saw blade boomerang. Okay, what do we take here? No tremor stuff. More resources doesn't matter. We'll be fine there. Multi-target skill power up, damage gets hit someone else. What do we take? We could take Blue Zipper just to make sure we've got plenty of, like, snag harpoons. Okay, we're definitely set here. We just do, like, that. Yeah, it'll work. We'll be able to afford pretty much whatever we want in the shop. You know, we could get unlucky, we could get, you know, Lunar Memory there. I think I got Lunar Memory like 2 days ago or something, 2 or 3 maybe.
얼른 끝내고 밥 먹으러
Might have
가자고.
actually been yesterday for all I know. I don't remember what run it was I got Lunar Memory, but it was definitely one of the recent ones on like floor 2, and of course there was no chance I could afford that. Even with all the Starlight benefits to my cost gain.
공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
I do really like. I think Lunar Memory's at like the perfect rarity right now. I think the one issue with it is the fact, you know,
됐다.
you have to get it sooner or later if you want to fully complete your little like completionist thing in the top right of like the mirror dungeon menu to see what it does. I think it should just be made to never spawn on the second
그러니
floor.
알아서 잘
Stop.
피해야지.
Oh, that's a funny effect going on to the right. It feels kind of sparking a little bit.
힘들군.
There we go.
잘
다소
피해야지.
유리하구려.
He's really making sure to stab that guy.
꽂아
He's an
터뜨려주지.
Inquisitor. If you like flesh so much, if you like the pain of the flesh so much, then why don't you suffer through it for eternity?
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
What would happen if you put N Corp through a warp train? Just like a big group of soldiers, would they be like, yes, the flesh? They'd probably like praise Lovetown or something. They'd probably worship it. I'll take this. This gives us a higher chance of getting something Tremor related. Okay, that's fine. Worried for the 5%.
정답이었군요.
I don't trust Sinclair's luck. Okay, Wound Clarid. That's pretty good. Don't know if we've got enough. We've got some Wrath, though. Yeah. Your skill 1 and your skill 3. It looks like it's Otis's skill 3, but it is most certainly not. That is because of the... we may have gutted her deck a little bit. Okay. You guys, aka you're gonna resist our blunt attacks, our blunt advances. We can grind some molars, we can dare some decisions.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
Ooh. Ooh. That's not great. That is not great. I hate that attack. They're consistent 15 rolls. It's just such a constant issue. I'm not sure someone's been staggered. Do you not take contract damage? Oh, it's because you stagger, don't you? And therefore this is going to be the contract. Yeah, that would make sense. A little bit of a current order shenanigan going on there.
저거 봐, 쟤 휘청거리고 있다.
Stumbling? Say no more. You're weak to that. Just defend then. To get a 10, you'll reduce your damage somewhat. That's better than nothing,
출력 안정화.
I suppose. Discard a skill too. That's good for you, I think. Yeah, that works. He loses some sanity, but there's no chance he was going to win that clash with his paralysis. I guess there could have been a chance with his skill 1. But I didn't like the chance, so I didn't take it. Simple as can be.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
There we go. Staggered that guy. And this guy just dies, because a single hit's enough to stagger him. So the other 3 coins are gonna kill, yep.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
Pretty easy enough thing to do, I'd say. And there's only one guy left, so we kill it.
꽂아 터뜨려주지.
Like that, yeah.
것도 없었어.
Quite nice. Now, because we're doing a tremor build, we're almost certainly going to get a boss on the final floor that cannot be tremored, aka Fairy Gentleman. I think the others can be. Ooh, you can get rid of your skill 1s entirely now, and there's nothing tremor related there, so I feel no issues with that. Ichthys, alright. Alright, let's see. We can try stacking up tremor on, say, the body. That's the only part where, like, there's actually, like, the fins get staggered immediately, the legs, I mean. They're fins, you know it. You inflict tremor count. Inflict tremor count. You can inflict some tremor count here. You got slice. Oh, you don't have your skill 3 right now, actually. Well, you can inflict some tremor with this. That's pretty good. Here, let's see. Inflict tremor count. Inflict a lot of tremor count with this one. Or not a lot. Like a decent bit. But like, that's not gonna do much for you either. Alright. Go for that. Redirect that. And you can... You don't have anything to actually... Alright. Then you're gonna clash with something we're worried about. AKA the tail. Risky judgment that. We cannot redirect with you. That makes sense. Well, was there anyone ever going for you, by any chance? Or can you just not redirect this turn? You just cannot redirect this turn. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. Well, that's fine. You can just, like... You could just hit the right leg and you'll maybe stagger it before it goes.
됐다.
Oof. That's unfortunate. It was a neutral, so I guess I shouldn't be too shocked. Not a great turn. Yeah. I'm trying to go for some tremor plays, though, and you know, sometimes there's a little bit of a sacrifice you gotta make. Okay, wow. That wasn't the best. That's fine, though. Does that really not stagger? Okay, it did stagger. I was worried for a second, but I forgot the third point's the only one that does anything.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회 아니야.
Alright, let's see. You've got 5... Okay. 5 tremor. We really need some better tremor inflictors here. I would really wish I had the other Ishmael, but I had to go with this for the bit. Let's see, we'll have someone clash. Sinclair, do you want to clash against that one? The left leg, stagger it maybe, take some damage from the tail whip. You know, he might get staggered or something. If so, that's perfectly fine by me. Could not care.
출력 안정화. 됐다.
Okay, body's been staggered. It's got a little bit of tremor count. Which means we're going to be able to get a stupid amount of damage off with Otis. That didn't stagger. Okay, that's fine. That just means Otis takes a one-side attack. Attack power down. Next turn doesn't matter because this thing's gonna die this turn, surely. You get staggered. That doesn't matter because you were the bait. You're the fish bait.
힘 조절을
대성공이야. 다른 신나. 노래 부를까?
Yeah, not bad, honestly.
아군들이 무너졌다.
You're being attacked. We can redirect stuff though. We've got a couple of these we can use. Yeah, I like that. Shh. Alright, did we get good tremor? Oof, what was that? The fish was not very happy with the boomerang. Has it been doing that with, like, every boomerang attack? No, it looked normal that time. Was it just me? Was it the camera being weird? Was it a trick of the light?
피해야지.
It just looked weird. I don't even know if any of you know what I'm talking about. One of the times the first coin of Daring Decision just violently shook. I'm trying to violently shake my... It was like it just violently shook the fish. Yeah, we'll take healing then, because there's nothing good here. Sure. Still nothing tremor related. We were lucky to get the fairy wine so early, but... I guess green spirit. It's not called fairy wine. It is fairy wine and spirit, though. If you know what I mean. Oh. Should probably look at what the actual boss of this floor is, see if I get ruined by whatever it is.
돌아오는 친구는 맛있는 거 사줄게.
Okay.
물론 회사 카드로.
Well, we can... Explosive Blasts do good damage to you. Daring Decision will do good damage to someone. I guess we gotta see who can actually, Well, so you've gotta try hitting this guy. That's not great. Amble works, though. You can clash with one of these two. Which of them are we worried about? Not really either of them. So we'll clash against this one. Definitely gotta redirect those, though. We can Daring Decision, and then we can just, like... We can gamble you. Yeah, that'll work. We're using both gambles this turn. Who would have thought? It's like a team up. It's like a gamble type team up.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것
Nice.
같아요.
힘 조절이
Okay, you got staggered again. I kind of forgot to redirect the attack down. That's fine, because we can still redirect everything this turn. We can clash everything this turn, and then we can still get like some damage off. Like we can daring decision you, and then we can like explosive blast you. That'll be good, I think. Pretty good. Sinclair won't die. It would be unfortunate if he did die, but like it would be fine.
완벽한 한 방.
You know, if he does die, you know, he probably had it coming, you know?
힘들군.
와,
그러니
엄청난
알아서 잘
공격이었어. 기대할 걸.
Okay. I mean, we did pretty good. There's only a couple of these guys left. This guy's gonna get staggered by this, I hope. Not quite, because he resists. Wrath does indeed. No, he doesn't. He just took, like, no damage because you've got awful offense level. No, your offense level is fabulous. Fabulous. No. I mean, it is, but, like, don't know why I said that. Okay, this'll work. I hope. Yeah, Risky Judgment will do plenty of damage to this guy. I guess we're not going to be able to stagger him, so he's going to have his Gloom resistance, but it's still enough to kill. And then both the remaining Pekatuli are going to get hit by a daring decision, if nothing else. And I say if nothing else, even though I know for a fact there is others. Yep.
아까처럼만 해.
그러니
그럼
알아서
이번
잘
전투도
피해야지.
쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
힘들군.
유효타 좋아. 계속
그러니
Alright,
알아서 잘
pretty good.
피해야지.
And what do we take here? Burn? No, so we'll take this for, you know, the minor damage it deals. Oh! Oh, that is perfect for us. Alright, thank you. Nixie Divergence? Otis, you got this. You're the one who benefits greatly from this. This means you'll be able to just burst Tremor so many times
좀
immediately.
힘이 빠지는데.
Okay. Never mind. It's this guy. Who can't be staggered. What a blast.
어?
Well,
출력이
we
왜
still
이러지?
do get benefit from staggering him, however. Because we still do have Otis's passive going. If we can just inflict a
좋아.
bunch of
얼른
tremor.
끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
See, who are you being attacked by? You should probably redirect that instead of letting him, you know, get hit and staggered immediately this fight. Just a small piece of advice. My minor game plan change. Don't get your people killed in a brutal way. Not yet, at least. We'll save that one for later. And yeah, that'll kill.
그려주지.
I think almost certainly. The wheels are weak to sloth and blunt.
기회가 왔군.
And because we're gonna burst through Tremor a couple times, you do additional damage.
훌륭하오.
Yeah, thanks to your passive.
특별히
Just to make sure that
첨언을
guy dies.
배고파했어.
And you know, you could do it again if you wanted to, and then you could do it again if you wanted to. Isn't that cool? Ain't that
침착하게.
the ball?
기회가 왔군.
Okay, nice. That guy's staggered. He's not dying, but all the others probably die here. Yeah. And that means, you know, the one who's going to be staggered next turn is the one that'll be left.
와, 엄청난 공격이었어.
Which means we're gonna be set.
힘들군.
아까처럼만 해.
God.
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
So many burst tremors, so little time.
공격은
And it's just you left, so,
출력 안정화. 됐다.
we just whack you. We whack you and we thwack you and we do all those kinds of things to you just to make sure you perish. We got quite a few attacks in because we had 2 skill 1s go before this daring decision.
적확한 한압이었어.
But you stood no
알아서 잘
chance.
피해야지.
Okay. No tremor stuff, that's fine. We got Nixie Divergence. We don't need to worry about tremor stuff as much now. Inflict sinking, we do technically get benefit from that. But, yeah, we'll take it. I don't want the actual do more damage with every attack thing that we would get. Oh yeah, you're the only one who needs healings at 30%. What's the right choice? Yeah, there we go. Because we want the enemies to survive for at least a little bit so we can stack Tremor on the fairy long legs. Since he can't be burst and actually, you know, staggered through the burst, so we're just going to stack as much Tremor as possible on the arm and then try bursting with Otis for massive damage. Downpour would be pretty cool here. You know, hopefully we'll get in this shop. We've already seen Faith this run, so we have seen a tier 4. But that doesn't mean we can't see more. All I'm saying. Oh. Ishmael loses.
한방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
한바탕 해볼까?
Another very good daring decision coming this guy's way. 2 HP, if that guy just had, like, think about it like this, if that guy had, like, a single more Tremor, he would have died there, instead of surviving at 2 HP. Isn't that sad? You're losing another Clash, and you're weak to Slash, yeah. Okay. Don't know why you're doing so poorly. But it's because she's not a Tremor unit, and therefore she's bad. Tremor units rise up. Oh, you actually died to the, bear. The Voodoo Doll. Daring decision's favor. Ooh. Oh, it's because of A. Yeah, that's the garbage attack that no one likes. Okay. This is good. We still win against the A. And we still kill. And then these guys... not gonna be enough to kill this guy this turn, I don't think. Yeah, next turn it'll have to be. This guy's a -4 Sandy. He can get 1 tails, right? Yeah, he did. He got all tails all of a sudden. Pretty cool. And you got 5 HP. So if we want to really style, we can just let it die to Voodoo Doll. Yeah, there we go. He didn't even deserve a hit from our glorious Tremor team. He got smited by the heavens instead. That's what I'd call divine punishment. Nuclear skill, nothing Tremor based. Alright. What's good? We don't want your skill 2, I don't think, because your skill 2 bursts Tremor. It probably inflicts Tremor 2 or something, but like, eh. Thinking of their offense level reduced? Sure, we'll take it. And we'll just continue. We should have healed Ishmael instead of taking that thing we didn't really need. Well, this guy can't get staggered, so we know, sure. We'll take this. We don't gain anything from doing this fight. So we'll just take it because it doesn't do anything for us here. I think maybe the Clover can get staggered. I don't remember. That's possibly the case, but the big guy himself, there's no chance. Yeah, look at all these stagger thresholds he has. Isn't that zany? Okay, inflict some Tremor with this. That'll be good. Inflict some Tremor with this. You can't inflict any Tremors. Niagara Harpoon inflicts, like, Tremor, right? Like, the smallest bit. 3 Tremor. Yeah. Alright, that works then. Win a clash with that. And then... yeah, we go for this. That's a hopeless. Alright, we're gonna unselect some stuff. We're having everyone's going for their bottom skills here, don't get me wrong. I'm just gonna try and see which things we need to clash against. We'll ignore the left two. Sinclair's gonna get hit a little bit, but that's fine. Because we've got some attacks that are unlikely to win clashes. So I'd like to not clash with those, just thinking about it in a little bit of a strange manner, I'm sure. Because we went for Slice, we sure did just discard a daring decision, which does nothing for us. Dagger Queen for the 3 Tremor. Right, it's technically 7 Tremor overall, but like 4 of that to inflict on, you know, the other part, possibly. Okay, there we go. That's some good Tremor count, though. That's really good Tremor count for a single part. Yeah. Left arm. 16 potency, but a 7 count already. So we can definitely afford to burst Tremor a little bit. Countering with that, there's no reason to attack that part, so who cares? Okay, how much self do you have? 3, yeah, you get like nothing. Takes a while for you to get any benefit from that. Let's see. Gain 2 tremor, inflict 2 tremor count, inflict 2 tremor count. Okay, we'll go for Stay Calm then. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. We have 2 daring decisions, you know? If you insist. But only because you're insisting. You inflict 3 tremor count with this one, which is pretty good, so we'll go for this. And then redirect it. And we're clashing everything here, which is pretty nice. Dominating on everything too, which is pretty nice. Okay, Daring Decision's gonna do a little bit of damage here. Yeah, and then Daring Decision's gonna do a little bit of damage here. Yeah. Pretty nice. And you know, a little more. And now you're gonna try spawning your Clover.
허튼 수작을 부리지는 못하겠죠.
We can just ignore it though. And it's gonna go semi-quickly though. Maybe we clash. We're ready to crush it, yeah. Sure, it doesn't matter if you lose that clash. Or I guess you should snag Harpoon for safety. Because now you can go for this, hit one of those. And go for one of these, it's going to lose a clash, so we're not going to actually clash with it. Instead, we're going to clash with a gamble, we're going to use a daring decision, we're going to use a daring decision, I think. Yeah, look at that tremor count. Fierce Assault's super good for tremor count. I think Boatwork Sinclair probably would have been a good target to gain a second speed die earlier, because if you can actually get him building up his tremor count, he can inflict stupid tremor count numbers. But oh well. You're doing good on tremor, still. You're inflicting more. And here we go, the daring decisions once again. Inflict this bonus damage from the tremor bursts. You're at like 47 tremor bursts, so we're inflicting 11 bonus damage with each tremor burst, which is decent. Yeah, this is decent. This is the best you can probably get tremor working on this guy. And like, why would we care about your gimmick? You've given us no reason to care whatsoever, so we are just going to attack you. And then we're going to attack you, then we're going to clash you, then we're going to clash you again. And then we're going to keep on attacking you, and you're going to die here. I'm pretty sure, almost certainly. Unfortunately, we only have a single daring decision now, but that'll still work. Daggerpoon for like the 3 tremor and the little tremor burst that does nothing. Okay, and here we go. Daring Decision finishes you off. I think. 160 damage, Will it do enough? Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it did. Oh, it just barely did enough, though. Very good, though. That's how you kill a guy who can't be staggered with Tremor. A little bit of a how-to tutorial for you guys, I suppose. It's not a good one, because we're, you know, not even using the best Tremor units. You did 53% of the damage. I'm not shocked, somehow. Ishmael kind of was doing kind of garbage for some reason. Losing a lot of clashes in the final floor. Maybe I should have egoed with her. But, you know, I'd rather blame her. Should have brought LCCB Ishmael after all for that glorious skill too. 16 tremor potency, 4 tremor count. It's unmatched. Oh yeah, we've got stuff to claim here. Haven't done these yet, of course, because, you know, just logged on. And the extractions. See what we get. If we get anything noteworthy, who knows? Definitely possible. And like, I'm not gonna do any 10 pulls for the ego banner because I'm smart enough to never actually pull for ego, just use boxes. I've already got 150 Sinclair shards, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 153, and I've got like 500 boxes right now, yeah. So it's just significantly easier. Anyways, that's all for this run. I guess I should switch you over. Just because, like, it's finally a new Otis. And it's a pretty good new Otis, that's for sure. 7 Otis is still super good as like a support Clash winner, but there's some insane damage there, even, you know, ignoring the tremor stuff. Yeah, we'll max you out if I'm gonna have you on the front page then. Sure thing. Pretty cool. But as I was saying, that's all for this time. Very good unit, that's for sure. Join back here tomorrow, and I'm going to go for a Tremor team in Mirror Dungeon 2 hard using this unit and the actual optimal Tremor setup instead of, you know, the garbage I was running with this time. Which is, you know, going to be a big part of the Tremor build I run, but you get what I'm saying. But, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!